Hey guys, welcome back. I am back in my garden and I am trying to get a few more things done. If you can see right here, all of these things need to be pulled. They are the tulips that we had earlier in the season. I am actually going to pull as much of it up as I possibly can and get the bulb. I want to see if I can get them to germinate again this fall. Well, like I'll plant them again, and then next year hopefully they'll rebloom. We'll see how it goes. It's just an experiment, just to see how easy it is, or if it's something that's going to really be an annual for me, and if I have to rebuy them every year. So I'm going to get all of them up, and I'm going to try and get the bulb too. It's not really wet. It was a little drizzly earlier, but it's been a couple of days of dry weather, not a lot of rain. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do with getting everything up. And then I have a few more things that I'm going to plant as well. I have a whole bunch of snacks. We'll go over each one as I am planting them. I think that'll be easy, but I can tell you what they are. We're going to plant some beans, some foxgloves, larger carnations. If you look at my carnations right here, they are very small. Like the head is just so tiny. And this is the bloom. That's all you get for the carnation. So I'm hoping that I can get the larger ones. And if you're uh, around my age, I think they still do carnations in school, and they're much bigger. I think the ones that they sell in the like high school and and they're much larger. So I don't know why they're so tiny. So I want to see if I can get blooms that are much larger, and see if I can get them to reseed every year and keep coming back for me. I am also going to do some different types of summer squash and winter squash, and then even a tomato, because on this one it says super sweet 100. They only take about 50 to 55 days until they reach maturity. So I'm hoping that I can get something from those. Let me see. Did I read the wrong packet? Let me check the back again. 70 days. So I went ahead and got all of that done. This is kind of a giant pile. There's at least 100, if not more, bulbs. They have grown really big. They've made more of the bulbs. So there's other small bulbs. So for instance, take this one right here. I planted one, and now there's essentially almost three. There's a little one on that side, but you could split them up. Don't know if they're going to be successful. We will see next year. But I have cleared it all out. Now I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging, because I have realized that even though doing them in the long strip is nice, I think I need to do it short-wise. Instead of having a strip right here, instead of having a strip, I would like to do blocks this way. It may seem weird because you want to do it the long way, but I think I would maximize my space better if I did them in blocks. That way I can have it a little bit better in a section, so they're grouped together instead of spread out, because I don't have as much space to have a bunch in one area. So I think it would be better if they were grouped this way instead of long ways. So let me get at it and keep on going. We're gonna go ahead and get things started. Oh, look, he's on top of there. I don't know if he's snoozing or what, but look how cute he looks. He's hanging out. All right, I'm gonna leave him alone. And I'm going to plant some seeds. So I'm hoping that since they're giant, that they'll be much larger. I also have some foxgloves. These I'm hoping that they'll get up to a good size and I can transplant them out in the garden because they are perennial. This is just red, and then the other ones I have are these. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do these again, and we'll see if we get bigger blooms. I'm not too sure if they'll be bigger, but we'll see. Sunflowers. We have tons of sunflowers. I'm gonna try and plant them all. I do have some that are already germinated, but I'm gonna hopefully get a succession. So I have super sweet 100s. I have kohlrabi. I have golden squash, golden delicious. I have two different types of yellow squash. One's a butter stick, and one is a early prolific straight neck. I have the scallops. I've never actually grown and or eaten that before. Then I have the green zucchini type squash, the cucumbers, and pole beans. This was one of my squash type plants and we got a frost. I think I mentioned in another video, we got a frost. I wasn't happy, and now they're starting to kind of put themselves back, but I'm gonna go ahead and reseed these guys. I'm gonna just put some new seeds down, scrap it. It looks like it wants to do something, but I'm not too sure if I want to hold off. So I'm gonna put some stuff around it up here. These are potatoes that we have right here, and I want them to do really well and be successful, as well as my artichoke. I've never grown artichoke, but this thing is massive. I was hoping I could wait for it to bloom just to see what the blooms look like, but it is just so bad. So I think I'm just gonna pull it. It is massive, taking up so much from everybody else. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff in here that really need that space. Oh, I'm gonna throw that over there. Okay, look at this. Oh my goodness, look at that big old worm in there too. He is loving life probably with that thing. I do have some zinnias in here too. I'm pretty sure they're all taking a nice deep breath right now because they can breathe. Some more zinnias that haven't bloomed yet. These potatoes can finally have room. And then I'm also going to get, if you didn't guess what this was, this is spinach. I'm just going to throw it, kind of just like pull and drop everything in the bag and they just perish and then go back into the soil back here. So yeah, so now some of these guys can certainly breathe. This would probably make for a really great salad because they're just hanging out here. Look at that. Okay. Look at all this life back here. Wow, there's a lot going on. Okay. Um, I didn't realize how much was happening in this bed because everything was buried. I'm just gonna grab some of this stuff and just toss it out that just aren't serving this bed anymore. There we go. They seem to not care about my lettuce. None of the pests care about my romaine or any of that kind of stuff. Bajillion romaine here. Like, what was I doing? I think I just went a little sprinkle happy for real. This bed right here, it is starting to go to seed for some of this stuff. I'm gonna pull it, and it's mostly because I have not been able to harvest anything because I wasn't realizing what was in here. This is what happens when you don't do your spacing. You can overcrowd a little bit, but not too much to the point where the plant just automatically goes to bolting. And right now, it's kind of like that for any type of brassica or lettuce or anything like that, just because it's so warm and hot. They just they're not even making a lot of foliage. Like I'll show you. There's not that much to eat off of that baby. Okay, so I'm just trying to give some air and space to this stuff. And we're gonna have to start with something else. Get some other things in here that will be a little bit more successful. Being that there, whew, there are some of you guys are like, oh my god, what is she doing to those poor plants? I'm enjoying my garden. That's what I'm doing. Thanks. Get some of this airflow in here. Whew. Oh, and this is my parsley. I'm gonna pull this parsley out. It is absolutely massive. I'm not okay. That's not a carrot. I mean, that's a carrot. I thought this was parsley. It didn't look anything like the other carrots. Look at the leaf structure. That is funny. That is very funny. Look at that carrot. I thought that was parsley this whole time. I'm gonna leave that right there, and I'll take care of that in a minute. That was a really big carrot, and I did not realize that. Okay, I gotta take care of this bed because I cannot see anything in here. I'm gonna take some of these out. I think these are beets. I thought they were radishes, but I think I might have been wrong about that. Okay, that's not a good. That's not bad. So let's pull out another carrot. Let's see if we can find another good one. Oh, look at that carrot. How cool is that? Maybe this will be a pretty decent one too. Oh, look at that carrot. That is so awesome. That might help. Oh my gosh, this thing is massive. That is a massive carrot. Okay. Oh, now I can breathe. It can breathe. We all can breathe. I have pepper right here because I know they like to be in the heat but not the sun too much. My goodness. And then I'm going to take these over here too. Wonderful. Okay. Whew. So I'm going to take these peppers. They're different kinds. Where I wrote all the information on here, basically washed off by now. But I have only the same. I only have like 3 or 4 varieties. I think I did. We've got good root systems on these peppers. They're just not getting super big because they just don't have the space. And now we're going to give them a little bit more of that space, but also some of that good cover that they need. They don't want to be in that, like I said before, I'm sure I'm beating a horse to death. I just want you to know not to put them in complete direct sunlight unless you live in a climate that doesn't get super, super hot. I'm trying not to go too deep because I do have potatoes growing under here, but I did put those fairly deep. So I'm hoping those will be growing way further down. Pretty sure I put these two too close together. Oh, that one just fell right through my hands. I have no idea if peppers and potatoes are good together or not. We'll find out. I think that's the best way to learn when you're doing this, is just to put it in and see what you can get. I'm going to put one more right over here. I'm going to put this right over here, get them in there, and then I'm going to still water them in because I don't know how well. So I'm just going to put 2 of them in here. It's kind of like a little sneak peek, which is not the best sneak peek. But I'm going to clean out these buckets as well. I think these are, I want to say they're chamomile. And it's funny because I don't plant chamomile in here, but one time I guess the chamomile that I just have the seeds grew in here and they just keep reseeding. No matter if I pull them up before they blow seeds or not, they just keep coming back up. I do have a canna lily in here and in the other one out there. I need to move my chives completely. Take it out and repot it in a different pot. And then I'm going to take these bulbs out as well. And here's my little fall harvest that I got right here. How cool is that? This is a massive carrot. It is so big. I thought this was more than one in one spot, but apparently it was just one giant carrot. So that's pretty interesting and cool. I'm still going to thin those guys out, and hopefully everything will be perky in just a little bit. But I'm water everything in, get inside, put my feet up, and hopefully I'll be back out here tomorrow. And then we'll be able to get so much of the stuff done. Oh, and speaking of, I put my grapevine up here and it is looking pretty limp. So I hope I didn't kill it. I know there's a period where it's got like that transplant shock. So hopefully in a couple of weeks it will be happy again. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video.